All right, everyone. So in today's video, I'm excited to introduce you to a new brand called Greyscale Car Care. They're actually semi-local to me. They're a Southern California-based brand. And interestingly enough, they were in this month's Glovebox Subscription Box. So if you're not familiar with Glovebox, check them out. Glovebox Detail, I believe, gloveboxdetail.com. They actually included 4 products, so the value on that box was insane. But in today's video, I want to walk you through the lineup, everything that they have currently, what's going to be coming, and all the products that I used on today's detail. So let's get into this. Okay, so one of the first things you may notice is they're all numerically numbered, right? If you're going to go through the whole product lineup, you go from 0 to 10, right? Very, very simple, easy to understand. So first up, we're gonna kind of go through the line and in conjunction with what I used today on a brand new Lucid Air. Now this vehicle is absolutely brand new. It's a client that I've had for a long time. She just got this car. It has like 300 and something miles on it. It's very, very new. So I didn't have to go through the whole lineup, but you can still go through as needed. She just wasn't happy with how the car was delivered. There was fingerprints on it. The windows were streaky, all that kind of stuff. So she called me out to take care of it, and I brought along Greyscale for the ride. So first up, guys, again, not all the products I use, but number 1 is the 00, and this is their strip wash, which is an acidic pre-wash. Now, one of the things I really, really like about this brand is obviously the packaging is super cool. The branding is very, very simple, but even on here, hopefully you guys can see this, there's a sliding scale and it shows you where it sits in the pH range. So this one shows 3.5. So that is their strip wash. Now, I didn't need to use this because the car was new. I didn't have anything to strip away, right? And I take that back. If I were to be applying a ceramic coating or something like that, I definitely would have gone here to start. But today was just a maintenance wash, just to kind of look at it and see exactly and kind of give her recommendations for the future with the car. Now, after that, we go to number 01, and that is a alkaline wheel cleaner. So wheel and tire cleaner, higher alkaline, again, on that sliding scale, it's sitting right at 12. So again, a higher pH alkali wheel and tire cleaner. This is gonna be great for the majority of wheels. I did not use this yet. This is kind of similar to obviously I do have my own line of products as well, but I love to highlight new brands that are doing really, really cool things. And I see that with Greyscale. So alkali wheel cleaner, again, use it to break down the debris on the surface of the wheel as well as on your tire. Get in there, agitate, get it all prepped for your tire dressing. Now, if you were going in numerical order, after you did those two, then you would go into your chemical decontamination. This is iron and wheel, it's iron remover, right? So very, very simple there. Now, I did use this product, but because I didn't use those two, I went to soap first. So I went to 03 first, which is their pH neutral foaming soap. They actually state to use 1 to 3 ounces either in your foam cannon or bucket. If you look on the back sliding scale, it shows 7 on the pH scale. Now, I used 2 ounces of product of this product in my foam cannon and another 2 ounces in my wash bucket. Now, I totally messed up and I missed, I apparently didn't push record when I was foaming the car down. I paired it up with my Quiver foam cannon and it foamed incredibly, incredibly well. That was at 2 ounces. Next time I use it, I'll scale that back and see what kind of effect I can get with 1 ounce, and see where it goes from there, because it did foam very, very nicely. In this case, because it was a brand new car, I used that to just sit on the surface, let it kind of penetrate and get into some of the the dust and debris on the surface, and then I rinsed it away to get ready for my next step. Now, my next step is where I go back in the lineup and to the chemical decontamination. Now, this product is relatively neutral. It actually shows a pH of 6. So good to go there. What I like about this is when you spray it on, it's got kind of a cling to it. It's not it almost, I don't want to say foams, but it's kind of gel-like and sticks to the surface really, really well. I like that a lot. The sprayer is good. One thing I always recommend before doing your chemical decontamination is I actually went across, after foaming the car and rinsing it off, I went ahead and dried the whole vehicle down using my Quiver, not a beach towel. The reason I do that is because I don't want to dilute the product too much as it goes onto a wet surface. I want the surface to be relatively dry so I can go through and get the most out of this product. And with that said, guys, this one here, again, this is a brand new car, and typically brand new cars still have quite a bit of rail dust and things like that, and an iron remover will work quite well on it. I sprayed this around. My first impression was like, is this not working? Because there was barely any color change. So I went to a spot on my truck, sprayed it on my truck, and it started color changing. So the car surprisingly didn't have a lot of industrial fallout on it. So I didn't really need to do this step, but I'm happy that I did. And one of the biggest things that I really like about this, I don't think it's as, I don't know this for sure, but I would assume it's not as high of a concentration of the active ingredient like a Kokemi reactive rust remover for two reasons. When I did spray it on my truck, it reacted, but it like reactive rust remover lights up immediately. This took a little bit of time, but this does not smell very bad at all. I had no problem using this at my customer's house, and that's typically a no-no for me. I don't like to use, iron removers a lot of the time at my customer's house because of the lingering scent. Reactive rust remover has that lingering scent. I absolutely love it because it's such a hard-hitting iron remover, but this was something that amazing for maintenance, right? I'm actually really happy with that and excited to explore that product more. It also felt very, very slick under my hand, so I don't see any issue using that as a clay lubricant at the same time. So really cool. All right, now from there, I went ahead and rinsed the vehicle down. Even this had a little bit of a foaming ash to it as you're removing it. Then I went ahead for my bucket wash. Again, now we're back to 03, the pH neutral soap. I used it as my contact wash, right? I put it in the bucket, again, 2 ounces in my bucket, about 3 gallons or so of water in my bucket. And it was very, very slick under the hand. It felt really nice. Now, there wasn't a ton of debris and buildup on this car, so I can't speak to the cleaning ability of it currently, but the slickness was incredible. And again, the foaming ability is really nice. It also smells good. It's another thing about this brand. There's nothing that's heavily scented, and pretty much everything is undyed. So very, very just natural, just pure cleaning ability out of these products. This one does have a slight scent, and it's a peach scent, which is nice. There's a couple other items in here that I caught whiffed of something, and it was all like just kind of a subdued scent, and it was nice and nothing overbearing, more so just, effective products. Now, if you notice, there was a number 2 that we did not talk about, and there's also then we go to 6. So we're missing 2, 4, 6, and a 7. If you look on their website, those products are coming soon. I have no idea what they are yet, but I am excited for it. Actually, I know one of them is an all-purpose cleaner. The other ones, I have no idea. Now, moving on from there, I went ahead and did a quick vacuum on the interior of the vehicle, and then went in with this guy here, number 6. There's 2 variants to number 6. There is an undyed, unscented version right here, which I absolutely love for new cars. A lot of people want to keep that new car scent around. I don't want to inhibit that with anything else. This is incredible for that. And it also did a really good job. It's easy to use, spray it. Now, I personally spray into the towel. I don't like to spray it all over the place. Certain situations I will, like down on the floorboards by the gas pedals, I will spray directly down there. Otherwise, I don't want a lot of overspray going anywhere. So I spray into the towel, agitate, it flashes out really, really nicely. It also does leave behind UV protection, so I like that. On the pH scale, this one's coming in at a 6. And then right here next to it is another number 6. Exact same product, exact same interior detailer, except this one has a slight blue tint, so a little bit of a dye. And then this is labeled as lavender and white tea. Now, personally, when I hear lavender and white tea, I'm like, nah, that's not gonna be the scent for me. This stuff smells so good. Really, really, again, it's not an overbearing scent. It's really, really nice. It's like, man, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like a perfume, but really subdued. It's not overbearing at all, just really nice scent. Again, lavender and white tea, I thought to myself, whatever. And then I smelt it, and it's incredible. Now, another thing I liked about this is I did wipe down the leather with it as well. As you see, the pH is listed at a 6, and typically pH neutral for leathers is right about that. So I liked it for that. Let's see here. I just want to read this real quick. Quickly and easily clean your vehicle's interior surfaces, leaving behind a UV protective microlayer. Let's see here. A silicone-free and water-based formula ready to remove dust, fingerprints, and light grime in all leather, plastics, and even fabrics. So yeah, I actually did use this on the carpets a little bit too to pull out some color. It's a light, like caramel colored interior, and there were some darker spots, and this cleaned it up really, really nicely. Yeah, not a super heavy duty cleaner, but for like those maintenance things, everything came up super nice. Really, really nice product. Now again, number 7, I don't know. We're going on to number 8, and that is an acrylic film forming dressing, tire mat. I'm gonna go ahead and read this to you. Sits at a pH of 8. It says trim mat is the anti-shine tire protectant. Not all cars look great with dripping wet tires, so tire mat was created to achieve that ever-fleeting natural black new tire look. This formula penetrates deep into the pores and the tire is rehydrated. To rehydrate the rubber, this product also contains acrylic film forming technology that creates a durable wash-off resistant outer layer to withstand a few wash cycles. Now, the application process for this, it actually states liberally spray product onto the tire sidewall, making sure to achieve even coverage within the knobs and grooves. Especially if you're using like an all-terrain tire or something like that, you got to get into all those spots, right? Allow the product to absorb into the rubber. Then quickly follow up with a sacrificial microfiber towel to remove any overspray and level off any excess product to avoid sling. Repeat if necessary. Then a small little asterisk, and it says may leave residue if not wiped off in time. So the interesting thing to me, now again, this car was new, the tires are new. This didn't change the look of it at all, really, to me. So I sprayed it on there. It goes on very, very thin. Sprayed it on there, let it sit a little bit. I did wipe it off, leveled it out. I wanted to add a little bit of a darkening agent. So I did use my Quiver Abyss tire dressing. And I'll tell you right now, guys, I went to apply it and it looked like it was rejecting the Abyss. So whatever's in here does a great job of like kind of sealing the tire. Like I said, it does state film forming technology that creates a durable wash off resistant outer layer. So I saw that. I definitely saw that. Now, is this going to be for everyone? A lot of people do like the glossier look on tires. If that's your case, no, this isn't the product. But if you want a really nice, natural, just clean tire look, this would be a great option for you. Moving on to number 9, that is going to be a silane infused glass cleaner. It's called Glass Plus. What that is basically a hydrophobic layer that'll be applied to the cleaning agent as well. So this can be used to cut through all the grime, and then it will leave a hydrophobic layer. I did not use this on the customer's car. I always just use water and a microfiber towel to clean up the windows. I did test this on my truck though, and we'll just show it now. So I use this on my truck. My truck this morning when I got into it had like these little hard white droplets on it, and obviously the glass wasn't very clean at all either. So I went ahead and took this, applied it pretty liberally into a microfiber towel, loaded it up. Then I went through, and it says you can either do that or spray directly onto the glass. I never do directly onto the glass because I don't like the overspray going all over either the exterior paint or the interior components. That smells good. Again, really, really light scent, but it smells good. So anyways, back to that. I spray it directly into the towel, and then I go ahead and agitate and wipe down the whole area of glass that I'm working on. Once that's done, I go to a dry towel and start buffing it out. Once it's pretty much all gone, I flip the towel and go again. And it did a fantastic job, guys. I wasn't sure, again, I was working in the shade. I wasn't sure how it was looking like, you know, if it were in the sun. So I did drive away and I took a look and it looked absolutely phenomenal. Now there was still some a layer of film on the interior of the glass, which I did not hit with this at all, so no harm, no foul on that. But the exterior glass was super easy to do. It removed all the heavier grime that was on there. Did a great job. Now for the last 2 products, guys, we have number 10 and 10 Plus. Number 10 is a quick detailer detail spray. No protection in it. I actually used this as a drying aid when I went around to dry off the vehicle using my Quiver, not a beach towel. Great product, add a little bit of slickness to it, just made it really nice to pick up all the water. Now at the end of the whole wash process, I took this one, number 10 Plus, which is a ceramic topper finishing spray. Now this does have graphene in it as well, so if you look at the bottom, you can see kind of a dark gray. It doesn't separate as much as some other graphene sprays I've seen, but with a graphene spray, always just shake it up. Make sure you're getting all the active ingredients spread out through the whole thing. Again, same thing, I sprayed this into a towel. I don't like to spray directly onto the surface for this step, but sprayed it into a towel, started wiping it down, felt very slick under the hand, very, very nice. Didn't leave any streaks behind, was really, really good. Now again, the color of this vehicle hides a lot, but I did pull it into the sun, looked at it, and it was good to go. What I do though is spray it into the towel, wipe it down, flip the towel to a nice dry side, and go over it again just to make sure you're picking up any sort of, anything being laid down. So that is it. That is the steps all the way through this entire lineups process. Again, I didn't have to use all of them, but so far I'm really, really liking this brand. It's really cool. Again, I like to support others within the industry that are doing cool things. Very, very cool branding to this, cool bottles, and I like the whole setup from 0 to 10. So I'm excited to find out more about these guys. I am actually going to be stocking these on my site as well as in store at my location in Escondido, California. It's San Diego County, but it's Escondido specifically. So if you guys want them, you can get them directly on my site, and you can also get them in store. So that is it for today's video though, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully, you know, I think we all enjoy trying out new things as people who love keeping their cars clean and detailers and things like that. We're always trying to look for like new products that can help the job go a little bit faster and all that kind of good stuff. Obviously, guys, I am prone to my own lineup, right? I've designed those specifically for my specific needs, but these are incredible and I really, really like them. So again, the fact that they're local to me is always a bonus as well. I like to support people in the area. That's it for today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we will see you on the next one.